Look, we already have a caller that's already hanging on the line for us. So Ramon,
Okay.
we appreciate your patience and we appreciate you calling in. If you will go right ahead, how can we help you tonight?
First of all, good afternoon. How you guys doing?
We're well, thank you.
All right. Well, my name is Ramon, and I worked in the coal mines, and I guess it's been about a year and a half now. And my brother, I was called while I was at work, and I was called that my brother was sick, so I took off the rest of the day and went to the hospital. And at the hospital, where I found out that he was actually dying. So then, all that evening, I stayed at the hospital. And the next morning, I was still there, so I called in for work to where my brother actually passed that morning. So I called out for work that following day, which was a Saturday. And keep in mind, working at the coal mine. And so he ended up dying. And I sent in emails of pictures. My brother hooked up to different types of machines. I had doctor papers that was signed, and I emailed back to my job, and they still fired me. So I just want to know what's going on with that. What can I do?
Wow, Ramon, so sorry. That is heartbreaking. Ron, is there any sort of legal recourse for him in that situation?
To lose a brother and lose a job, I mean, that's pretty tragic. Under the FMLA, there may be some recourse, wouldn't there be?
You know, it depends on how long he'd worked there, whether or not he'd accumulated, you know, it doesn't sound like he accumulated any sick time or paid time off or even just time off. Alabama is an at-will state, and what that means is that if you work for someone and they don't like the way you dress that day or don't like your hair or whatever, unless you're in a protected class, then they can fire you literally for anything. And now, at the same time, you can quit anytime you want to, no strings attached. I mean, you don't have to give a 2-week notice in the state of Alabama. You don't have to give any notice. You can pick up your stuff and say, I'm out of here, and there's no, they still have to pay you for the time that you work. So it's hard to imagine that someone, a mining company, whoever, would terminate somebody, especially after letting your employer know, hey, I lost my brother, and you're going to terminate me?
You know, we are at employment at will state, unless there's some federally protected age, race, sex, or unless you're under an employment contract. And working for the mine, I would imagine you would be under an employment contract with the union. You know, you got the union has a contract with the employer. There may be some recourse there. I don't know.
Would you recommend him just giving a call?
I'd call his union guy for sure.
So you would start by calling his union guy? Okay.
Yeah, if they're union. may very well may not be.
And if he's not, would you then recommend a call to an attorney? Just to have a conversation? Is it worth it?
Doesn't hurt. Talk.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Ramon, we are so sorry. that is very sad, very heartbreaking, and just wish all the best to you and your family dealing with the loss of your brother, but also to you and the loss of your job, getting some recourse, and then of course finding new employment. So thank you so much for calling in, and all the best to you in this new year, certainly.